It's for the grown and sexy right now. So all my grown folk, rock with me on this one, y'all. Hood love. Listen, the way you walk and the way you talk, girl, you got me hooked, you got me shook, and I won't even lie. The way you are and the way I am, it's so different, but I wanna be a man. Girl, you're just my type. Oh, I never seen no one like you, but I must admit that I like you. The feeling's right, boo, for the night. But all I wanna know is, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Ooh, the feeling's right, boo, just for the night, boo. And I'm girl, can we kick it tonight? The way you smile, you shine so bright, you're such a star, it drives me wild. I'm really feeling your style. So sweet, so cold, so bad and so bold. Always new and never old. Girl, you know that you lonely, and everybody wanna be just like you. Most wanna one night you, but not me. I'm a G and I'ma keep it 100. I wanna talk to you and get to know you, and maybe show you what a real man about. Bet you love it, no doubt, but tonight it's all about you. I never seen no one like you. I must admit that I like you. The feeling's right, boo, for the night. But all I wanna know is, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Ooh, the feeling's right, boo, just for the night, boo. And girl, can we kick it tonight? Tell the ladies like this, girl, you're just my type, and girl, you're just my type. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I never seen no one like you, but I must admit that I like you. The feeling's right, for the night, but all I wanna know is, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? Tonight, ooh, girl, can we kick it tonight? The feeling's right, boo, just for the night, just for the night. Girl, can we kick it tonight?
Are we on the air?
You are now tuned into Elevations Radio, your station for uplifting lifestyle, wellness talk, and indie music radio.
Views expressed on shows are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its management, or other advertisers. Use of these shows and all services provided therein are for personal use only. The Elevations Radio Network holds no responsibility for the validity or accuracy of information on these shows.
Hey fam, welcome to the Let's Be Real Greg Bam Reaves show here on elevationsradio.com, home of the best music you'll find, indie music you'll find online, and some of the hottest talk shows on radio. I am your host, Greg Bam Reaves, along with Marsha Simpson.
Good evening, listeners.
So right off the bat, I got to tell you, I got to rant for a minute. Sometimes y'all women get on my nerve. I'm gonna tell you why before you say anything. 'Cause I know you got something to say, but I got to clarify this.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, this is about my ex. So back when we was together and in love, and I had this dream of starting my own business, and because I was in love, I put her name on my business, and then we broke up, and my business blew up. So now she coming back trying to be a part of the business, and gonna send some papers to me from some attorney. So you know who I called?
Who you call?
I called Serge Katz. I called Katz Law LLC. Hollered at my dude Serge. He put me all the way together. I ain't gonna tell you what he said. It's none of your business. Get out of my pockets. But anyway, calling 216-313-0501. He's located on 675 Northfield Road, Bedford, Ohio, 44146. Not only does he do corporate law, my business is a corporation, just so y'all know.
Okay.
He do employment law, personal injury. He gonna give you a free consultation and continue correspondence so you'll know what's going. He gonna let you know when check your bank account when the funds hit.
Wait a minute. What's his name again?
Serge Katz, Katz Law LLC.
Serge Katz.
Check him out at www.katslaw.com. All right.
All right.
Yeah, she ain't about to get my hands anyway.
Yes, she is.
Before no. Anyway, I'm gonna introduce our guest real quick. Hi, my good friend and brother, Big Harvey.
How y'all doing today?
Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna be talking today about life before, during, and after prison. But before we get to that, I got to update y'all on some things that's going on. I don't even want to mention now that I've seen the video that my producer just showed me. I was about to talk about this dude, Kanye, being at the White House. Now, I don't mention the dude in the White House's name. And I made a decision today. I call him that dude to occupy the White House. So today I'm not mentioning Mr. West's name no more either. I'm calling him that idiot.
Who, Kanye?
Yeah, okay.
Idiot?
Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't respect what he's doing.
I think he's mentally and chemically unbalanced.
I agree.
I think there is some type of mental issue going on. So,
and I'm calling him idiot. So anyway, the idiot was at the White House
you
today.
You can call a person who's mentally
I can. It's not politically correct. Idiot. It's not politically correct, but we don't have that diagnosis.
He strives for attention.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, okay.
You know what?
Yeah, Kev, I agree with you on
Earlier this year, we were talking on the show about some foolishness he came out with, and we thought it was a publicity stunt for his new album coming out. Now the actual album is about to come out. I just don't think this thing right here with that dude in the White House is a publicity stunt.
Jay-Z can cut ties with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jigga cut ties with him?
Well, a while ago. Do you know what? And what's ironic about that? That was shortly after he called himself standing up for Beyonce
on the awards,
Taylor Swift. Yeah. Shortly after that, Jigga, like, you know what, dude? I'm trying to get to this level. You trying to drag me down to this? I'll holler.
Trying to take me back 10 years.
Yeah. Jigga, he dining with the Obamas.
You know what? I keep thinking that I told you that Orange Man has forgiven his taxes. Something going on.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Believe me when I say that. Orange Man didn't help them out with the taxes.
Maybe Kim is.
Or Kim what?
I don't know, man.
Maybe Kim didn't.
I'm just saying,
Orange Man might have.
Kim got up in the White House and freed the black woman, so you know what I mean.
Right. Somebody got smashed.
Somebody doing something behind whatever. So speaking of smashed, Cat Williams is in jail in Portland for alleged assault.
Not Cat, not my baby. No, come on, not Cat Williams.
I've never really been a huge fan of Cat, but I respected him. No, I don't particularly like his brand of comedy, but I don't hate on him though.
Come on, what?
I don't. I mean,
what you like, pudding pops? Your boy Bill.
Oh wow! Ain't that this is what I'm talking. Remember at the beginning of the show, I said women get on my nerves. Anyway, no, so I ain't got to be a fan of Cat Williams because you is. My point is this: I never had nothing against him. I'm more of a Dave Chappelle type dude.
I love Dave.
You can love more than one, and you can dislike people too. I ain't got nothing against Cat. He's just not. Anyway, he in jail. And this is a constant thing now of him going to jail over dumb stuff. Phone lines open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Call in. I know it's a lot of Cat Williams fans out there. Yes. I ain't mad at you.
Please call in and
I don't want to hear nothing about no. How you gonna correct me about what I like?
Listen.
Moving on.
Back at the ranch.
Oh, you know what? On a serious tip, though, prayers going out to everybody in the wake of the Hurricane Michael, Tropical Storm Michael now. Praying for y'all. But please, one thing, somebody please explain to me. When the governor, the mayor, everybody involved tell you to leave, why are you staying?
People don't want to leave.
I'm saying, if you got insurance, all that stuff can be replaced. Your life cannot be replaced.
What was that word you said? If you got it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you this though.
A lot of people don't have.
I'm gonna tell you this.
And won't get
if I knew last week it was coming, I'm buying insurance last week. It's probably ain't gonna work. Yeah, they ain't gonna let you do that. That
drag ain't gonna work.
But if you live in those areas, you should automatically have that kind of insurance.
Yeah, especially when it's a high area.
Like I bet you people in Missouri, Kansas City got tornado insurance.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
So but it's like to get snow insurance.
No, we just hit. And when you in the Midwest, you just hit. You just got to deal.
Think about it.
But we do need car insurance.
No, hear me out. Mm-hmm. All the national disasters, earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, snowstorm. All you do is stay in the house.
Yeah.
What can happen to you?
Yeah. As long as you get some food.
I like how Cat.
No,
okay, Cat.
It's rare you're going to hear somebody's roof cave in, but an earthquake, you wake up, your house done fell on you.
Yep.
Hurricane, the house done blew you 8 miles away.
Because 2 people died. An 11-year-old girl, the tree fell through the house, and an elderly man died.
Well, that was a while ago. Now it's up to 6. 6 people died so far.
So far, I thought it was just...
Yeah, it was just 2... probably 3 hours ago, right before I left the house for the show, it's number up to 6.
People think they can. Last winter, a breaker blew up right down the street.
Yeah.
And we ain't had no heat. So we had to go find some place to stay. Otherwise, that air came like that.
Yeah.
And that came from a snowstorm?
But you got
I think that
somewhere.
happened.
I went somewhere.
Yeah. Like a hurricane, you ain't finna go
you
walk
can't
down
go nowhere.
The street to
no.
Go. Okay, so.
Yeah. And I remember, was that the night of the show?
It might have been.
I was riding home. I remember seeing it like blow. Yeah. Because we had to go around. Yeah.
Get something trying to warm up. That didn't work.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think out of all of those, a winter storm is probably the safest.
Right.
Safest bet.
You're right. Probably
I mean, I'll break up some wood in the house and set it on fire to keep warm. I haven't even come down to it. But yeah, I can't swim enough for no hurricane. I can't fly through a tornado. No.
And you can't stop rocks from moving.
Right. So even these fires on the West Coast, it's like man.
You definitely can't get some.
You can't outrun them.
You can't. No.
So prayers for you all in the wake of Michael, especially and I ain't gonna say that. I don't want to say especially nobody because I'm praying for all of y'all. But anyway. Okay, so moving on.
Well, I want to say a special prayer for my friend, Carmela, who couldn't be here. She was supposed to be a guest, too, but her son is ill, and he was admitted in the hospital, Little Carson. So, special prayers for her family and her son.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So, one of the dumbest stories I've read this week.
Which is?
There's an Ohio woman in Columbus.
A what?
Ohio woman in Columbus. Her name is Nakia Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Nakia got a... parking ticket. Nakia went to pay for the parking ticket and found out her license was suspended for back child support.
Wait, what?
Her license was suspended for back child support.
Wait a minute, the roles was reversed.
No.
She owned?
She paid child support, yeah.
No. Nakia doesn't have any children.
Oh.
So this
is why I said it's the dumbest story I've read. Nakia Jones of Columbus, Ohio, does not have any children.
So much they was trying to get.
So the court is saying the state child support need to straighten this out. The state is saying the court got to straighten it out. In the meantime, this woman is catching Ubers and Lyfts and asking friends to take her to work because she can't drive. Her license suspended. And she's still trying to obey the law, even though it's dead wrong in this instance.
So you gonna hold up my
Yes.
Don't nobody want to step up and take the
Right. Nobody wants to take the
her
blame.
license hostage.
Nakia, if you're listening in Columbus, please call Sergi Katz.
I was getting ready to say you better call
I'm
Sergi.
telling you, 216-313-0501. This is the dumbest thing.
That's idiotic.
Y'all know I usually do my pettiest thing I read. That was the dumbest thing I read this week.
Good.
And I really feel for this woman. I mean, she's really like trying to obey the law. She's not driving. She's paying for Ubers and friends.
It's so high. Y'all know y'all need
That's
to
crazy.
shame me.
Nobody want. And this is like so simple. It probably take a clerk to just, and it's a wrap.
2
It's over
seconds.
with.
And they
But they don't
want
wanna
to
do that.
All that.
Yep.
Hold on.
She's black.
She's
Yep.
black.
Yep. Yep.
No comment.
Yep. So, a couple of good news stories about the police.
Oh.
The murderer of the Chicago teen Laquan McDonald was found guilty of murder.
The officer.
Yeah. I'm not saying his name. You know I don't do that.
Good.
But the victim, Laquan McDonald, your murderer, was found guilty. May
And
you
can
rest in peace.
Yeah. Good.
Now, the murderer, Tamir Rice, just got hired.
Wait a minute. No.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me finish. He got hired in Bel Air, but then he withdrew it. Yeah.
Well, he need to. He need to get out with his mother.
He should never
spoke
apply
up.
for police ever know.
He should. He should be in jail.
Right. He should.
This is the thing I don't understand. And please call in 440-252-2051 and share your thoughts with me on this. How are you murdering people, and all you do is get fired?
Well, he's part of one of the biggest gangs in America. No comment.
That's true, but what was the grounds you getting fired? Now, see, in his case...
Because he said he... Now, listen. Now, this is real funny. What? He lied on his application.
Yeah. That's why they said they fired him.
Y'all gonna fire him because he lied on it. Ain't that something? Not for killing a teenager.
Not for killing a 12-year-old in less than 2 seconds.
Right.
But you lied on your
But
application.
you lied on your application, but you're going to get terminated. What?
What happened to y'all doing y'all due diligence as far as hiring this guy to be a cop? You didn't look at his background. They checked my references.
Don't nobody want to take it.
Right, no, exactly. This dude in the White House got it where everybody can just lie and pretend like the truth ain't the truth and get away with it.
Corrupted.
I'm gonna tell you what
This
they gonna
woman
start doing.
in Texas, she still ain't arrested. She just got fired. She's not arrested.
I'm gonna tell you what they gonna start doing.
What?
They gonna start paying somebody in this system. Be like, look, anything that goes wrong, this your job before you even get hired. So when it go down,
Right.
all you got to do is say it was me.
Yep.
You gonna get paid now.
Family
Just
gonna
come
be
to
taken
work
care
every
of. Yep. Just so we can get this off our back.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, but anyway, at least he ain't got a job.
That's awesome.
He ain't got a job. So,
He need to leave
but
Ohio.
yeah, he need to be arrested. He
Well,
need to be
that
put in
too.
jail.
Yes, he does. He need to be put under the jail.
You couldn't be a cop and accidentally kill a 12-year-old white kid and not go to jail.
Oh, it ain't going to happen. Not in America.
No, I'm just saying, we couldn't do that and get away with it. Ain't no way. So, moving on. We're getting closer and closer to elections. Y'all know I'm always talking about the elections, and we're going to keep talking about it up until November 6th. Georgia, do not let them hijack your elections.
Please.
I mention that because the race right now is really close between what possibly could be the first black governor, female governor in the United States. And they're doing some real shady stuff down there.
What they doing?
People are thinking they registered to vote, they're not.
What?
A teacher, Hispanic teacher, found out she was teaching her class how to register and found out you registered to vote. So she's showing them, right? And she's using herself as an example. Found out she's not registered to vote. Now, she votes all the time, but she moved from one suburb to another one, and they eliminate she's not registered to vote.
The system is corrupt.
So if she wasn't trying to teach people how to register to vote, she wouldn't have found out that she's not registered to vote. Yeah, this is really...
America is corrupt.
It is.
What
It is
really going
so
on?
disrespectful and corrupt. It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh! What?
And on a lighter note, but it still makes me mad. Glenville on suspension. Are y'all for real?
Not on 10 again.
Yes.
Folks. What?
Because some of the kids go to Ginn Academy and play for Glenville, and they got like 45 players on the football team, where another school like Marshall got like 12. They basically saying that, I mean, that's a simplified version of it, but what they're saying is some of these kids aren't supposed to be going to Glenville. They're supposed to be going somewhere closer to where they live or whatever.
You're always trying to knock something.
And what I'm trying to figure out is, why are they talking about this now? This has been going on since Glenville, since like 99.
So what's going on now?
But Marshall got dinged too.
Yeah.
And
Marshall, Collinwood.
First time we done won some games. And
Right.
Oh, man. What is going on?
They're coming after again. You know, them boys going to the NFL.
Yeah.
Right. They don't want them to succeed.
It was where was it? I had it. Marshall, Martin Luther King Jr., Whitney Young. Whitney Young.
Wait a minute. What
I don't even think Whitney Young got a football team right now.
They got one.
I know they had
It's
one
a
back in
Blue
the day.
Ribbon
But,
School now.
right, but I didn't know they still had football.
They got a football team, kid?
They had one back in the day when they were junior high. They had a football team. I was jealous because I had to go to Hamilton. We ain't had one.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What you talking about Hamilton?
I mean, I loved it. I went to Hamilton, but I wanted to play football. And Whitney Young was in walking distance of my house.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I was mad. I was jealous that my friends in my hood could play junior high football, and I couldn't.
Poor Bam.
But anyway,
We didn't have
yeah, they
that.
didn't.
You can't read.
They done dinged my school, Glenville.
Wow, that's
I don't get the rule. I really don't get it. I'm like, if y'all only got 12 kids for y'all football team, then
Well, then that's your fault.
go to another school. Don't play. I mean, come on now. But anyway, yeah, it wasn't just Glenville.
Right.
So that's that. I don't get it. And the pettiest thing I've read this week, I ain't nobody ex. If we break up, I don't know you. That's petty.
Oh, that's real petty.
That is petty.
That's petty.
Petty Duke.
Corny.
So anyway,
corny.
yeah, corny and petty,
Yes.
both. Okay, so now we about to get into this. We're gonna talk about life before, during, and after prison with my guest, Big Kev Harvey. Now, to clarify for everybody, are you related to Steve Harvey?
No.
Okay.
Because I was going to say, give me an autograph.
No.
Because I know you from Cleveland off Miles.
When I first met him, man, that was first.
St. Clair.
Yeah, St. Clair.
Superior.
Yeah.
Grew up in the same neighborhood. But
Nah.
I ain't grow up with,
Arsenio from Harvard area. Well, he's from
Steve
Garden
Harvey.
Valley, too.
Brother is on Miles.
You said brother.
Right.
Like you said Steve Harvey.
I thought Steve was off. Wait a minute, y'all.
112 in Superior.
Okay, Kev, I'm sorry.
Primrose in Superior.
Oh,
Yep. He from over there. Leon Isaac, his father, Leon Isaac Kennedy, his father's gas station on the corner of my great grandmother's street on
So why
117.
they give him Steve Harvey way on Miles?
Maybe he paid for it. I don't know.
No.
Is it Steve Harvey way on Miles?
Yes, he did.
112 in Superior.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
know about
Listen.
that
Hold
one,
on. I'm telling y'all.
People-
Listen. I watched Steve Harvey show, and he had everybody on Miles, his brother and all them. They named the street over there by him. I'm telling y'all.
Where on
Robin,
Miles?
can you look it up for me?
Let's be real, family. Google it. Where is
Superior?
Steve?
In Primrose and Superior.
Just renamed East 112th Street, Steve Harvey West.
Thank you.
He's 112. That's what he said.
In what?
He's saying.
Wait a minute. No, that's what he's saying.
Right. You said Miles.
It's
Okay, wait a
between
minute. On
Primrose and Superior.
I'm seeing Glenville, St. Clair.
You see Parkwood.
Right.
You see
What is happening in
111.
That
Miles?
is on the end. Ain't nothing on
Ain't nothing on Miles.
You say 111.
Miles
you
is
see
on Miles.
Parkwood. You're gonna see Parkwood, 111, 112, 113th,
Wait a
and
minute.
Lakeview.
Superior. There it is.
God, give it up, okay? Would you give it up? It's
I
not
like
on
the
Miles.
fact that I have two men and they going against me. And,
No, you have the
But
truth going against you. We just started talking about that now. We're talking about people pretending like the truth ain't the truth. The man ain't on Miles. He don't know nothing about Miles. Steve Harvey probably don't know how to get to Miles.
wait a minute, you know what?
He don't even know how to get to Cleveland no more.
Yes, he does. I'm telling you.
All right.
He did a show and his family, everybody was standing out on my.
Well, you know he a Trump supporter too, so.
Oh, well, then forget Steve.
No, he said he got tricked.
So you said
He said he got tricked. to be on it. Steve Harvey when he.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah, radio show. I listen to his radio show.
Yeah.
What he say?
On radio.
He really thought he was gonna go handle business.
Right.
Yeah, he got he got tricked.
Oh my
Started
goodness.
hating on him and cussing on him.
Oh my goodness. That man, hey, he done been through it. He done got it almost as bad as Bill. Just in a different way. Steve Harvey, he been catching it lately.
Might
He just
because
well, no, Bill actually did. So.
Let me see the memes. I'm like, whoa.
Good.
Okay, y'all.
Y'all know. Okay, we get off topic. We get off topic. But y'all know we talk about funny. Y'all know we always talk about funny memes on here, and these Bill Cosby memes are outdoing the Cardi B's. The little 5-year-old Cardi B.
What?
They got some hilarious. The one where he just like it looked like my penitentiary picture with Bill Cosby, and there's some dude out here who looked just like Bill Cosby, but they got him with long braids, and they put his face on there.
Yeah.
I was like, he looked too much like
Suge Knight.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, so you're not related to Steve Harvey. His street is on St. Clair.
Okay.
And Superior. I'm sorry, 112
Yeah,
Superior.
you got it wrong now.
That's right, and I corrected myself. I can accept the truth. So anyway, so let's hear your story. How did you wind up in the penitentiary?
91 committed aggravated robbery. Committed aggravated robbery.
Mm-hmm.
And was sentenced to 3 years actual and 7 to 25. So 10 to 25.
Let's see. Yeah, for y'all that don't know, now this is Ohio, and we got listeners all over the world, and sentencing laws are different everywhere. In Ohio, back when we went in the 90s and before, they gave crazy sentences. Please answer me this. How is a crime worth either 7 years or 25 years? That's right. Like 3 to 5 makes sense to me. Even 5 to 10, which is what I got.
For what crime?
My crime?
No, yeah, for what? For your crime.
My crime was aided and attempted escape, and I got 5 to 10 years.
And then
what was you trying to escape from?
I wasn't trying to escape from nowhere. It was aiding and attempted escape.
He was helping somebody.
Let's get back to that in a minute. First, let me finish. Let me finish the sentencing thing. I thought the sentencing guidelines back then were insane. Anyway, you have people with 3 to 25.
If you get a 3 to 15, you guaranteed to do at least 10 years.
Yeah,
that's a tale.
But how? Yeah, but how is a crime either worth 3 years or 15 years? That's a 12-year difference. Like 3 to 5 makes sense. 5 to 10 makes sense. All the other stuff was ridiculous to me.
Well, they got to fill these penitentiaries up.
That's true, and especially in Ohio, because all those factories left. Mm-hmm. And in order to get those coal miners back to work, I call them coal miners. We ain't no coal miners in Ohio, but these little factory jobs and stuff they had to get these rural places, Noble County, Belmont County. They had to put them back to work, so they built these penitentiaries.
Penitentiaries to make as cheap labor, 5 cents an hour.
Yeah.
So it might be less than that.
Right.
Because it's $18 a month. Just put it like that.
$18 a month. So you get some oodles and noodles. Oh, breakdown on that.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Girl, what do you know about... Okay, let me stop. So anyway, so you went for... Huh? Oh, yeah. I got on my glasses and still couldn't read what it said for a minute.
blind melon jelly, give me back my daddy record.
Exactly.
Sanford and Son.
Phone lines open at 440-252-0518. Call in and talk to my guest, Kevin Harvey. We're talking about life before, during, and after prison. So, brief description of what your life was like before you went to prison.
I was one of them kids, man. I had family.
Mm-hmm.
What I did, I didn't have to do.
Right.
I was just doing something. Had a little job, worked a job. I was like, what was I, 20? I just turned 21. Did what I needed to do, was living, just was doing something. I think it was just a rush.
Right,
So,
right.
Kev, you came from a good family, good base family. You didn't even have to do what you was doing.
Not one time.
Just Kevin.
Just something to do. Just being in the way.
Being in the way.
But
I didn't want to say
but
that.
I wasn't in the way because I think I did all right for what I was doing. It's just somebody said something, told on me. That's why I don't think I would ever got caught. But I learned. I'm glad. I'm not glad it happened. I'm glad it did. Whatever happened did happen.
Because you are who the man you are today.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot in there, man. You learn in jail. You can take advantage of it or not.
Okay.
Right.
You can. Like a lot of these guys, you be seeing some guys. You'll be in there. Like I said, I did 9.5 years almost. You be seeing some guys, they'll leave and come back in there. You be like, man, you back? Where was you at in the house? No, man, I went home.
Right.
The same shoes you left here with.
Right,
Come
yeah.
back with.
Yeah.
And you come back 2 months later, and I'm
Revolving
like,
door.
is you for real?
I hope my boy Goldie is listening right now. I tagged you in this because I want you to call in because he got a story to tell too. I did 5 actual years and I seen Goldie 3 times. In fact, I seen him come and go 3 times in 5 years.
Excuse me, could you explain, once again, can you explain your crime? Bam.
This is my guess. We're talking about him.
I'm going to talk to Kev, but I just
Okay. Okay, for those of you that don't know, and a lot of you may remember, back in 1995, I was a correction officer for the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. I pled guilty to attempting to aid and escape, and I was sentenced to 5 to 10 years.
Oh, okay. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you. That was simple. Naughty Bam. But I'm glad. But guess what? Today you are a better man.
We gonna get to that.
I think so. You're a heck of a
We're gonna
man,
get to
right?
that. We gotta take a quick break. We at the halfway point. When we come back, we're gonna really get into this. And I hope you all call in at 440-252-0518. In the meantime, we're gonna hear a nice hit. I don't know about who, but it's gonna be nice.
Robin
I
always
guarantee.
finds some good hits.
Right. We'll be right back.
Right back.
Hi, this is Nina Hunt from Los Angeles, California. I listen to Let's Be Real with Greg Ben Reaves, Thursday nights from 6 to 7 on Elevation Radio.
All you have to do is take this moment, creating me a new life within. Never have to second guess this feeling. Take your time and let him in. People just wanna be happy, but they don't know how to break through. They don't know how to break through. They can't help the way they feel, but I know the truth. And it starts with you. Way down to the side, way down to the side, way down, way down, way down, way down deep inside, way down to the side, hey, way down to the side, way down to the side, way down, way down. Negative feelings, moments of insecurity, kill the real thing growing inside of me. It's the dream manifesting, incubating blessings. No more stressing, no more stressing. People just wanna be happy, but they don't know how to break through. They don't know how to break through. They can't help the way they feel. I know the truth. And it starts with you. Way down to the side, way down to the side, deep down in your soul. Way down, way down,
All right, and we are back to the Let's Be Real show, along with Marsha Simpson, and our guest today is Big Kev Harvey.
All right.
Talking about life before, during, and after prison. So, phone lines open at 440-252-0518. That's 440-252-0518. Call in and be a part of this show. We were getting into what it's like. Well, Kev talked a little bit about what his life was like before he went. So now we're going to get into what it's like in there. Like,
wait a minute, before you ask, I got to ask Kev, so his crime consists of him being a stick-up boy, right?
Yes, aggravated robbery, robbing places.
Robbing places, and is that with a pistol?
Yes, that's what the 3 years was for.
Oh, okay. All right, I just want to know. Some people might not know, our viewers might not know.
In Ohio, crime involving a gun, there's a mandatory
3
sentencing
years,
for
day for day.
Yeah. So
y'all better put them guns down.
Well, y'all need to put them down anyway.
Period.
But
right.
Yeah, that's an extra time. And might I say, the laws have changed since me and Kev was in there. Mm-hmm. And now, if you go to the hole to get in any trouble, that's more time. Your time stops when you go to the hole.
Yeah, because I was in there for like 6 months.
right.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
Like, you get sentenced for 3 years. It's an actual 3 years. But if you go to the hole for 30 days, it's 3 years and 30 days.
Oh, wow.
So when we went,
so y'all better stop clowning.
Like we were saying, the 7 to 25, when we went, it was 8 months, 14 days to a year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A year is 8 months, 14 days.
Like, by law, I did 7 years. I did an actual 5 years, but it counted for 7 years because each year is 8 months and 14 days. So,
wow.
Yeah. But we wanted to talk a little bit about what the penitentiary is like here in Ohio, because it's different all over.
Yes.
But it's not Oz.
It's not, it's San Quentin, like this show in California. It's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Prison in Ohio is what you make it. It can be camp, or you can take advantage. You can go, I got a college degree in there. I got a associate's degree. I got culinary arts. I have my computer-aided draft, and I took advantage. I'm going to tell you when it happened to me, when it kicked in, when I was 93. I got sentenced the day before Thanksgiving. 92.
Oh, wow.
The day before Thanksgiving.
I know you was mad. I know you was mad.
So I go to Lorraine, when they give you a booklet and they send it under the desk. You might be in your room, and they give you the little booklet, tell you your time and everything. When you go to the parole board, if you got a tail and everything. And this is like 92, and I look up under there and they give me mine, and it say 2,000 something.
Right.
Your outlet. Your out date. Your out date?
No, my out date. Yeah, my out date was like 2020 something.
Oh, right. Wow.
That was the max, but the parole board date was 2020. No, 2001.
Oh.
2001. So I'm like, man, the world gonna end.
Right.
Oh, the call.
So we got a caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Ebony, and I am calling from Cleveland. And I just wanted.
Hi, Ebony. Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to call in because I'm gonna try not to get too emotional, but it's funny how God works. I just got on Facebook and saw you guys' topic, and I'm actually in the process. I'm at my mom's house now. We're in the process of preparing for my dad's funeral. But the thing about that is that he just...
sorry about your loss, sweetie.
Thank you. He just was in jail for almost 11 years. He would have been released November 27th of this year.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And the reason why I felt compelled to call in is because it's a very good topic that you guys are talking about, that just because whatever happens that you're, that you go to jail or whatever the case is, there is still life after that. That does not have to be it for you.
That's right.
And one of the things that from the first day he got sentenced in 2007 on Christmas Eve, not sentenced, I'm sorry, he got arrested, and he called me, and from that day until 3 weeks ago, so a couple of days before he got sick, him and I talked the entire, I'm the only person in his family that talked to him the entire time for whatever reason. And I'm not saying that to toot my horn, but the one thing that I get to, I guess, attest to is the progress, the change that I was able to see and hear from, during that time frame. So he went in talking, one way, but he definitely left out talking another way. In the middle of the sentence, he was able to, like, he wouldn't let you get off the phone without praying, and he wasn't he was a street dude. He wasn't that type of dude. Right. But I was able, and him and I had the conversation probably about a year into his sentence, and I told him, I said, well, sometimes God has to get your attention, and he agreed to that. And he, began to just seek God and search him and had a relationship with him. And like you guys were just saying, he took advantage of a lot of things. He got his GED. He did a couple of ministry things, a lot of different things that he took advantage as well. So I just wanted to call in to say that, and I'm glad that you guys are doing this type of topic. I know Robin kind of well, and she so I'm a social worker as well, and I deal with a lot of people. But this is just good for people to know that because you make mistakes or because you get caught up in whatever, life doesn't have to stop. So I just really appreciate this topic, and thanks for letting me kind of ran on.
I'm going to say one thing to you. And like you say, your father did all these things. Like, I'm going to tell you what makes it. And like, a lot of them COs be seeing them guys come back, and they like, y'all get all this stuff and then come back, and you don't utilize it. And it's not like, I appreciate you for doing that for your father. I'm telling you, because having family in there is the best thing. And like I said, I did close to 120 months. I think my mom and my nieces and nephews was born. She brought them. She was like, they gonna know you when you come home.
Exactly.
And that that was the best thing ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to take. Hey, I know if your father would have appreciated when he came home, you would have been, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been hard. It would have been hard for him, but it wouldn't have been that hard.
Right.
At least you will feel good, everything that you know that you got to see the change before. Before he passed, you got to see the change. And thank you so much.
Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Be blessed.
I was about to say earlier when Kev started to say, he hesitated to say that it was almost a blessing going, and my father get mad at me because I say that all the time. It was a blessing. I needed to sit down for a minute. God, like she said, God got my attention. See, people like to clown you and say, oh, you one of the people to find religion in jail. No, I ain't find religion. I already had it. I just focused on it. I concentrated on it. I didn't have no distractions. I didn't have to worry about bills. I didn't have to worry about being a father because I couldn't be a father from there. I didn't have to worry about nothing out here. It was just me and God. That was it.
And sometimes God got you out the way for specific reasons.
Yeah, He's probably saved my life.
Saved your life.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Same.
You know, so
yes, it
and
happened for a reason.
To touch on what Ebony was talking about, and this is what a lot of these tough guys won't mention. One of the saddest things is when the CO come around at mail call, and he pass your bunk. He ain't stopping handing you nothing. Yeah. That's hard. And you go through this every single day.
When you don't get no mail from your loved ones,
And sometimes it might be somebody promised you a money order. Of course you want that because you know the little $18 of money ain't really. But it's more that like out of sight, out of mind. Like nobody
loves and care but the tough. Yeah, you're right.
My mother brought my kids down every 3 months for 5 years.
But that's good. You had good you had good family support.
So
some of them guys don't, like you said, the tough guys.
We lost a great one recently, Kev's father, that I had the opportunity to meet while we were in prison. So how is that to be locked up with your dad?
Oh man, I'm gonna just tell you the story how they didn't never tell me he was in trouble. So we was in the. I was in the rest of soul, man. I was in the day room. It was wintertime because you don't have to go outside if you don't want to.
Right.
It was cold, and then they opened the yard. Everybody can go outside. So I'm laying in the day room watching TV. I ain't finna go outside. They kept guys kept coming in there. Hey man, somebody wants you outside. Somebody wants you. I was like, man, I ain't going out there. I'm like, I kept saying, who is it? Who is it, man? And they was like, man, I don't know. He just said, come here. I was like, man, I ain't going out there. I ain't even going to the door. Man, and then one guy came in and was like, look, Kev, this dude out there saying, man, he need to holler at you, man. It's family, man. He say, man, something, what with family.
Get up and go and see. Huh?
I got up, put my stuff on, coat, man. I go down, walk down the steps, look up. Because in Richland, you come down the steps, and the basketball court was up, and you look up.
Yeah.
Man,
I remember that day.
I see my father say, man, what the?
What the feezy?
He was like, he just shook his head, and I was like, man, what is you doing on this side? You got blows on.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I just got in trouble. I say, man, you seen me. I love you for what you was telling. It was that easy to get in trouble. It ain't like you was looking for it, but you got in trouble, and then, like you said, Bam say, we got him over there where we was at. And it was down. We only had to be there for like 6 months.
Yeah.
But it's just being there with your father. I was like, and then our bond became tight. I'm not saying we didn't have a bond, but
even stronger.
Yeah.
Right. That's awesome. That's a blessing. That is a blessing.
And he just recently passed.
In January.
God rest his soul.
That was my dude. So, and it was, you see that a lot. You expect to see brothers and cousins, but it was a little weird
for your dad
seeing fathers and sons. But I've seen quite a few in my time.
But Cam cracked me up talking about who is it? I ain't going outside. It's the winter time.
For real, because we like was saying it was me, him, this guy named Flowers, my pops, and Dennis. And Matt.
Yep.
Y'all ain't do the walk jog in the wintertime.
No, hey, man, we ain't have to go out that building. Hey, look, man, we going to buy enough food. We ain't got to go nowhere.
Cooking every night.
Doing the breakdown.
That's right.
Look, we ain't got to go nowhere.
Sausage.
Yeah. But it's like, you always told you don't get too close to nobody in the penitentiary, But it happens naturally sometimes, and it happened with us.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of the guys that I met in there, it couldn't have been a better time to meet them because, like, meeting him and this other guy, T-Bam, and certain other guys, my dude Hot Dog. It's just like, man, we cool. We still cool to this day. And I've been home, this October 31st, I'll be home, 17 years.
Right.
And I'm still talking to, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. That's good. That's good. Guys got such a good report.
We got a little perspective of before penitentiary, a little bit during the penitentiary. Now let's talk about after the penitentiary. Because like I said, when I put up the advertisement for this show, unless you actually get one, prison doesn't have to be a life sentence. A lot of people, it's the prison of the mind.
With life sentence is still coming home.
That's right.
You still get to come home.
And they're free in their mind.
After 25 years, they get it. You can go up for parole. Everybody. I don't care if they say...
Isn't it something Obama did that a lot of people came home?
Yeah, well, he actually started My Brother's Keeper initiative to try to slow down the recidivism rate. And he got a lot of programs started to... And he pardoned a lot of people too. Right before he left, he pardoned a whole gang of people. But he really put his strength behind a lot of these programs to keep people from going back to the penitentiary.
Shout out to Obama.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. So this is one of my arguments. I want to see what you think about this. I think the pre-release program is a joke. I don't think it's long enough. I don't think it's effective.
Right.
Especially for people that have done a lot of time, like you did 9 years before you went to the board.
Well, he said pre-release. He mean when you get ready to come home. I think what is it, a month or 2 weeks?
I want to say like 6 weeks. It might be shorter than that now.
You go to this class and they tell you the stuff that they tell you is not the stuff that you need.
Right.
Like if I was running it,
to prepare you before you go home.
If I was running it now, everybody in there, you starting off. If you've been down there longer than 5 years, you're gonna start off. Go get your CDLs. Okay. Get your CDL license, unless your license is suspended for life.
Okay.
Get your It just don't know how many opportunities and jobs is out here with your license, and then dudes don't understand that, and then you tell them, and they're like, "Man, I'm well known, living fat. I got my CDLs. I was driving truck for my father." No, what it was, I came home. and I was just driving. Like, I'm driving. I know how to drive a dump truck, so I'm going to just drive.
Right.
Dipping around corners. I was like, man, I can't keep doing this. Me and my brother's like, man, let's go get our CDLs. And we end up getting them. And then after that, it just seemed like doors open left and right. You
can't open doors for you.
You cannot have a job if you got CDLs, you cannot say you don't have a job.
Right.
That means you're lazy. That's all I can say.
Common sense.
There's I always said it should be at least a year long. You can't prepare nobody to get back on the street in 6 weeks.
Especially if you did a lot.
It's impossible. Yeah. So they need to have it.
There's so much that you gotta especially if you've been gone a certain amount of time and the world has changed. There's so many things you need to learn.
Have changed, especially people who've done like 10 or 12, 15 years or more.
So that's
you gotta get adapted.
So when you came out, you just started driving and then eventually
matter of fact, I started driving for the Salvation.
I know y'all was laying tar for a while.
Asphalt.
Well,
well, this wintertime I started driving because I came home in October and the season was over with. So I said, I ain't finna jump in. I knew my father was going to start back up. Matter of fact, he was working for someone. And then that next following year, he got his own. So I was working for the Salvation Army, driving, cleaning out the boxes and picking up the clothes and doing all that. But it's just like I came home like on a Wednesday. Thursday, I went and got my license.
Right.
It wasn't no ifs, ands, buts about it.
Yeah.
Because I know that my family, you ain't finna drive no car if you ain't got no license.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Because you're a driver. Like me, I would never think about getting my CDLs. I don't like driving like that. What would you suggest people do? Like, okay, this is another thing that's different from us and a lot of other people. We worked in a literacy unit. Kev was a tutor. I ran a library. Everybody got their own skill set, whatever that they do. So for a person that's not a driver, what would you tell them to do preparing to come home?
Apply yourself everywhere.
There you go.
It don't matter what it is. City of Cleveland, city of Warrenville, city of somewhere, or the government. People be thinking, well, I got a felony. I got a first-degree felony.
Right.
And then the worst of them all is, you can't get no passport. You can't. Man, I done been out of the country. I got about 10 stamps on my passport. Right. They're like, well, how you get a passport? I wouldn't apply for one. People lie. I'm going to tell you, if you owe over $2,500 in child support, you ain't gonna get one.
Oh, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's
you
me.
You gotta pay that.
That's me.
Yeah,
I can't go
nowhere. You can't. You
gotta pay that.
You gotta pay that. If you got $2,400 and go $1 over $2,500, don't even get you. Don't even try. But
don't even try.
That's something you really gotta. Marshall loved to say, do your research. You gotta find out what you can do in your state. Like in Ohio, we can vote. In Florida, you can't, but you can carry a gun. We not supposed to have firearms in Ohio. Now there's different things you could do to have that erase, change, whatever, but you got to find out. You can't don't go by what I tell you. Look it up.
Maybe you guys can start an outreach program or something to prepare people for coming out.
I wrote the framework for one years ago called Efforts.
We'll try it again.
Ex-felons for God, I don't forgot what the.
I think you and Kevin make a good
opportunity, reentry, and training services.
I think you guys would be a great influence on guys that's coming out. I think you. Guys
I would love to do that. That's one of my passions.
Put something together.
Well, you know what I see with guys coming out now? What people, and I'm glad I didn't do it. When you get out, do not try to play catch up.
No.
Yeah, everybody want to play catch up.
The same thing you was doing, like dudes been like, I met a couple guys even when I came home, man, let's get this. I say, look, man, I'd rather watch the Cavs in the living room than in the day room.
Than in the penitentiary.
Me and Kev was in a penitentiary. Nobody had a cell phone. It was like 3 people I knew with the big, attached to the suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
When we came out, everybody had a cell phone.
Yes, it's like now when everything is an image. Everybody.
Well, I understand that they got cell phones in the penitentiary.
Oh, yeah.
Sure enough. And then it's like everybody trying to outdo each other, man.
Right.
If you just imagine if you take time to do stuff right the way you do wrong.
Yeah.
Because you can't be good at it because you're getting caught.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
And you can learn good things while you're in there.
Right.
Yeah. You can learn bad. it's up to you. It's your decision. But
I'm gonna tell you this: how I learned. Listening to all the bad things people done.
Yeah,
man, for real, you did that. Oh, I can't do that. I can't invest in that.
And we really had a young lady that has a show, One Hot Mom, Nanika Ansari. She asked me one time, I was on her show, about men support groups, because women have them all the time. We actually had one in the penitentiary. Yeah. Our little crew, we got together, we did everything together. Played basketball together, we talked together, watched TV together, everything together. We kept each other lifted, and it was all on some positive stuff. We weren't no gang, we weren't going around kicking lockabouts. Well, y'all don't know what that means.
Y'all can do something for
But see, somehow or another, we got to carry that part of the penitentiary out here. That's the one part I would love to bring out here.
I just said it. Yeah,
but we keep in touch, and with all of them, not just Kev. I'm just glad he the only one that showed up on my show.
And I'm glad you
had to work the last time.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. The last time it was a snowstorm, and he was doing his thing
at the airport.
Yeah, and another Ern got his own truck with this plow. He was doing it too, and that was one of the few snow days we had. So y'all had to go get that money.
And then another thing, people would think when you come home, you can't. I work for the city. They be like, you got felons, they don't hire felons.
Yeah.
You just don't apply yourself every day. I might have had this job working with my father, that was good money, working with him from, April to November, but then in October, you looking for something to do from November to April.
And then also I want to say that there are grants for ex-felons, Pell Grant. You can come home, you can go to school, get a trade. So don't think that you cannot.
There are a lot of grants that help you start your own businesses too, for ex-felons. Yeah. I attached a couple of websites on my Let's Be Real Facebook page, and I want to shout out to Edwin's Restaurant. They're not. I'm doing this not because they're a sponsor, but I love what that man did. Everybody there is a felon. He not only gets you a job, he trains you to be. This is like a 5-star restaurant.
Yeah, and he was a felon.
He was running for mayor. I wish more people would have known about him and voted for him, because this dude is making things happen. He's changing lives, and we need more businesses like that. And if you go on the Let's Be Real Facebook page, you'll see some of the websites. I got a Jobs for Felons Hub, the Child and Family Services, Cuyahoga County, got a section for ex-offenders, employment for ex-offenders, and some re-entry programs also. So check those out. Because the recidivism, I cannot say it today.
That's all, folks.
Recidivism rate in Ohio, it's actually gone down the last couple of years. But the number of violent crimes is going up.
So one thing for you today. One thing real quick.
Yeah.
The thing that you do have with people nowadays is you like when my father was like, man, I need a job, kid, put me up. But you want to make $25 an hour. What can you do?
Right.
And then they be like, I can do it all. What? Tell me. And they can't tell you. And then you get them out there and be like, well, you can teach me. Man, I ain't got time to be teaching you. When you messing my business up, or you know what I'm saying, apply yourself with these little jobs first. You got to work your way. You just can't walk into. Some people can't walk into a $30 an hour job. You got to work your. It ain't gonna happen nowadays.
That's her. That's what she do. She just walk in the 30.
Let's see, hey,
now you're telling my business. Okay, I want to do my little point before we get ready to leave. And it's Thoughts of a Convict by Louise Verduzco. I hope I pronounced that right. Someday the gates will open, and once more I'll be free. A fact that makes me wonder what will become of me. Have I a future awaiting me, such as the past I've known? Will I be accepted by others or forced to walk alone? Are there opportunities of employment for a man such as I, or will I have to sell dope again in order to get by? What of the friends that I once knew but haven't seen in years? Will they accept my friendship now without any doubts or fears? What is there awaiting me when I go out of the gate? Is there yet a chance for me, or it's now? Is it too late? All right.
So,
Thoughts of a Convict.
Let me say real quick before we get out of here. We got a minute or so left. For those of you that recently came home, or those of you that can hear me that's coming home, because I know y'all got stuff up in there. Anyway, do not get discouraged too quick. It's not going to happen off the bat. It's going to take you a minute.
It's going to take time. Nothing happens overnight.
So don't get discouraged. And your people who are waiting for you to come home, don't put no dope in their hand thinking you helping them out. You get back on their feet.
Please don't.
You're trying to send them right back to where they came from.
Right, you're right.
So,
and it ain't no money in Cleveland anyway, so y'all need to cut the games. Ain't no drag. It ain't happening no more. The game is over with.
With that,
so do something else positive with your life. Pick up a book.
I want to thank my guest, Big Kev.
Thank you for having me.
To have you again sometime soon.
Yeah, Kev, you was awesome.
And like I always say, develop your hunger for knowledge and feed it. Pick up a book and read it. Set a goal and see it through. And always, always believe in you. Peace and love, fam.
Peace, bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yes, I was a little boy.